There are many advantages tied to being an eloquent, refined, and confident speaker. Its impact on our personal and professional lives cannot be overemphasized. It opens you up to numerous opportunities, leadership roles, increases your ability to influence and persuade, boosts your confidence and self-esteem. The list is endless. Here's why in this video I'll be sharing with you 6 tips to help you become a refined, eloquent, and confident speaker in 2025. Please give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your network, subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and hit the notification bell so that you get to know whenever I upload a new video. Without much ado, grab your notepad and your pen. Let's get straight into today's video. Tip number 1, broaden your vocabulary. At this rate, I'm sure diction with dairy probably sounds like a broken record. By the way, what does it mean to sound like a broken record? Leave the meaning in the comment section below. One primary way to broaden your vocabulary is to incorporate idioms into your speech from time to time. Speaking of idioms, I have a video on how idioms can help you broaden your vocabulary, or how you can use idioms to broaden your vocabulary. I'll link these videos up here or in the description box. You can check them out. Another fantastic way to broaden your vocabulary is to read wide. You also want to ensure that as much as possible, you're consuming materials from different industries. If you're a medical doctor, for instance, you want to expose yourself to vocabulary that is outside of your industry, from finance to politics, media, and so on. This will not only make you a great conversationalist, it will also boost your confidence. Finally, use synonyms. For instance, you're trying to make reference to a bad customer experience that you had over the weekend. What are alternative words for bad? Awful, distasteful, terrible, lousy. Using synonyms gives you a variety of words with which to express yourself. But remember, clarity is key. Don't use complex words just because you want to impress people, and at the end of the day, you will even leave them confused. When you do that, the purpose of communication has been defeated. The next tip to becoming a refined and confident speaker is to mind your pace. You don't want to speak too slowly, and you just want to be too fast as well. I'll start with the former. If you've gotten feedback that you speak too slowly or that you pick your words, you want to be mindful not to bore your audience every time you speak. People should look forward to hearing you speak, not roll their eyes every time you hold the mic. No. So here's something you can do. Record yourself reading a passage and set your timer while at it. If you think you're having to read 2 lines for 2 minutes, then you know you need to increase your pace. At the same time, you don't want to be too fast. Communication is for your audience, not for you. Also, when you speak too fast, it creates the impression that you're nervous. You're just trying to rush your lines and get the speech over and done with. One way to address this is to make a conscious effort to take periodic pauses after every statement. Apart from the fact that pauses make our speech more refined, they create this stop and listen to me effect. In all, you want to ensure that you are neither too fast nor too slow. There has to be a fine balance. Next, mind your volume. You don't want to shout, and you don't want to be too low whenever you speak. You don't want to whisper. For instance, if you've gotten feedback that your volume is usually too low, here's something you can do. Stay at one end of the room and have someone at the other end of the room. Then try to speak so that the other person at the end of the room can hear you. Practice this with people around you from time to time. On the other hand, You shouldn't raise your voice when you speak, except you're in a noisy environment. If you've been told repeatedly that you speak loudly, you can get the people around you to hold you accountable whenever you find yourself in that situation, because sometimes people who speak loudly do not even know. Moving on to the next point. Do not interrupt people when they speak. Let the person finish their thoughts before you speak. It shows that you respect the other person's views and opinions. I remember when a friend brought it to my attention that I was guilty of interrupting people midway, and honestly, I was so shocked. Like, me? I had absolutely no idea that I was even doing that. And from that moment, I became conscious of it. So right now, I would either nod to acknowledge that I'm following the conversation. I would say, or even hold my lips, honestly, while the other person is still speaking. I can say that I am way better now than I was, and I found that this is a lot more refined than cutting in abruptly when the other person is speaking. It also helps the other person know that their views and opinions matter. The fifth tip I need you to adopt to become a refined and confident speaker is to avoid swear words and filler words. Get rid of the S words and F words. It doesn't create a good impression about you. It takes away from the refinement in your speech and even your refinement as a person. It also creates a crass perception of you to other people, and you don't want that. You know what they say? Perception is everything. You also want to minimize the use of filler words. Your I mean, you know, all of that. They're very distracting. Every time you're tempted to use any of these filler words, you should replace it with a pause. For example, I'll be going to the office tomorrow. I'll stop by at the supermarket to pick up some, groceries for the house. Here's what you should sound like instead. I will be going to the office tomorrow, after which I'll stop by at the supermarket to pick up some groceries for the house. Moving on to our final tip. Mind your posture and body language. This includes your posture, whether you're sitting, standing. Ensure that you're not slouching. This could either communicate confidence or a lack of it. Maintain eye contact with your head up and chest out. When you're speaking on stage, you want to ensure that you're moving from one part of the podium to another so you can carry everyone along. You also want to be careful not to turn your back on your audience while on stage. The use of gestures help you emphasize your points and also make you appear more confident. Before I round off, I'm sure you're probably wondering, Derry did not mention anything about pronunciation. Of course, that is a no-brainer. You have to enunciate and pronounce your words correctly because every sound in English language is important, except the sound in question is silent. I have tons of resources, tons of videos on this channel to help you with that. Specifically, I'm going to link the videos Common Pronunciation Mistakes in English, as well as important tips for clear pronunciation up here, as well as in the description box. You should absolutely check them out after watching this video. I highly recommend them. If you'd like to take it a step further by getting professional training to polish your communication, learn what it takes to become an eloquent speaker, build the confidence to speak up both in professional and informal environments, we have a very rich 7-module video course on elocution and public speaking, specially designed for you. It's a self-paced course that you can take at any time and as many times as you want. You also have access to this course for an entire year. So click the link in the description box or the link on the screen to sign up now. If you would also prefer one-to-one or personalized coaching, we train individuals, professionals from across the globe. Please feel free to send an email to the address on your screen or send me a DM on Instagram at Diction with Jerry. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up so YouTube can recommend it to much more people. Share with your community, subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I put up a new video. Remember our task, give it a try in the comment section below. What does this idiom sound like a broken record? What does it mean? Leave your responses in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.